It's Fans Corner. Welcome to it, and thank you so much for making time for us once again. We are back in the Betway Premiership, and we've just watched Kaizer Chiefs against Magesi FC out at the FNB Stadium in the game that ended in 1-0 in favor of Kaizer Chiefs in a pretty much empty stadium. It's too big of a stadium, that FNB Stadium. We've spoken about it a number of times, but still we have to salute the people who made time to go to the stadium. We salute to our foot soldiers who keep on representing our local football even when it is not fashionable to do so. But a very important 3 points for Kaizer Chiefs, this one, because it makes sure that Kaizer Chiefs solidifies their position in the top 8, to make sure that there isn't too much pressure to try and get into the top 8 in the business end of the season, because we are right there now. We are in the final third of the season, having played 2/3 already, 20 games. With one more third to go, which is 10 games. So we want to make sure that you go into the last games of the season not trying to get into the top 8, but rather having already secured your position there, which might also give Kaizer Chiefs a chance to fight for one of the continental spots. I think 1 and 2 are pretty much cemented. Sundowns and Pirates are going to end in those positions, 1 and 2. Position 3, I think it could still be up for grabs, although it's going to be very tough competition. My biggest fear right now is Amazulu, who are on a serious surge under Arthur Zwane there. Because if you look at Amazulu right now, they are on a serious surge, so they might also have a chance to, not to disrespect Stellenbosch, who are actually occupying the position together with Skukuna United, who are just behind them, same number of points, and also they've played the same number of games. But I'm saying that there is a chance with the 10 games to go, with the other teams it's 11 games to go. There is a chance for Kaizer Chiefs to actually try and play for that Confederations Cup spot, if they are to try and get that spot through the position 3. Because remember, you can also get that spot through winning the Nedbank Cup, if we are still in the Nedbank Cup. So there are 2 paths for Chiefs to qualify for continental competition. Although I don't think at this moment it should be our biggest worry, because we're still in the process of rebuilding. We've been rebuilding for years. But yeah, I think right now we should be worrying about building a very competitive team, which brings me to what I saw in the first half. I looked at the starting 11 and I thought it looks good. I was looking forward to seeing Mfundo Vilakazi playing that position 10, that central attacking midfield, because I think he's made for that kind of a position. But unfortunately, it just didn't work out for him. One of the things that I think made it difficult for him to play in that position was the people who were around him did not protect him enough in terms of his physicality. Remember, he's quite a tiny player, so sometimes he can be easily pushed over away from the ball. So yeah, he has to, his skills assist him a number of times to get away from players, but in terms of physicality, him and Pule Modi, I think in the first half they struggled with the physicality of the game as compared to Lilepo. Lilepo is not a pushover. Lilepo, he stands his ground at all times. So I think the physicality actually took the toll on Mfundo Vilakazi, which also made it difficult for Chiefs to dominate this the midfield, especially the central midfield, which did not make sense, because we had most of the position and we have these players at the center there. We had Blom, who I think did pretty well. Mart was just Mart. Second half is when we started seeing Kaizer Chiefs playing like a team that is dominating. And even in the first half, we dominated the position, but there was absolutely no direction. We didn't know what to do with the ball. At some point, I was thinking the game was actually boring. I found it quite boring in the first half. We didn't create any chances. There were half chances here and there. There were no big chances. But I felt that changes were necessary, and I was glad to see changes. We started seeing Kaizer Chiefs playing better after the changes were made, especially the coming in of Matlo in that midfield. We started looking like a team that was moving a little bit better going forward. We were moving a bit quicker. We were moving in style. We were able to utilize both the left and the right flanks, because for quite a number of times there was an imbalance there. We saw Lilepo, who was pretty much the one who was pushing more. Yes, Pulemodi here and there, but he was number of times pushed off. Excuse me. Easily pushed off the ball, which is why I say he struggled with the physicality of the game. Now we started seeing Kaizer Chiefs dominating the position and seeing what is it they want to do with the position, which was still not enough. But honestly speaking, if we are to look at the game holistically, you'd actually appreciate the fact that yes, Kaizer Chiefs won the game. Yes, we should be happy with the 3 points as as fans, of course. But if you look at Magesi, there was never a time where it looked like Magesi are going to trouble Kaizer Chiefs, or they're looking like a team that's going to create a chance or to score. It never looked that way. Part of it is credit to Kaizer Chiefs of keeping the ball towards themselves and making sure that Magesi don't get much of the ball. But my biggest worry now is that in as much as we had positions, what I said about Orlando Pirates in the game they played against Marumo Gallants is that ball position means nothing if you don't take your chances. One of the stats that got me worried is the same as the stats that I spoke about in the Pirates game. You have a team here that dominated the position so much that in Kaizer Chiefs that they had 67% of the ball position as opposed to Magesi's 33%. And look at the goal attempts, the shotted goals, 17 of them. Of those 17, only 5 were on target. Yes, we scored from one of them. Only 5 were on target. Remember, we spoke about this again a while ago. I keep on going back because these are things that keep on recurring. Where we spoke about Chiefs have the ability to take shots at goal. Actually, at the time when we spoke about it, the stats were saying that Kaizer Chiefs in the league had the second most highest number of shots at goal. But most of them were not on target. That is why Kaizer Chiefs are not the high scoring team, and yet we conceded a number of goals. So I think we still have to find a way. I don't know how Nabi can navigate around this thing, that our shots at goal become lethal, because right now they're just a waste. And remember, if it's off target, it's definitely going to be a goal keep. It's a turnover ball. Now you have to come back and defend. So 17 times Kaizer Chiefs have shots at goal, but only 5 of them were on target. 8 of them off target, and 4 of them were blocked shots. So I think there's a serious improvement that has to be done there. With regards to the clean sheets, we have yet another clean sheet, which is good. Like I said, I don't know how much credit we should give Kaizer Chiefs for this particular clean sheet, because I felt like Magesi did not really trouble Kaizer Chiefs at all. So I'll really appreciate a clean sheet where you had to work and sweat for it, and I feel like our defenders are up to the task. Otherwise, yes, we can celebrate the clean sheet, but it was not. There wasn't much that they had to do. I mean, Bruce Vuma can celebrate all he wants, but I don't think there were many times where we saw him making crucial saves in this particular game. Otherwise, it sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm happy with the 3 points. Off to the next one, and I'd really like to see Kaizer Chiefs challenging for at least the 3rd position if they are going to try and qualify for continental football, which at the moment I feel like it would be too soon for us. But as a team like Kaizer Chiefs has to obviously compete against big teams in big competitions. But right now it's game 20, and we're still not sure as to what's happening at Kaizer Chiefs. This is game 20, guys, of the season. We're only left with 10. So I think we have to speed up this building process so that next season we don't come back here and say Nabi is cooking when we don't see what's happening. But anyway, it has been, the second half was a much better game. Like I said, the introduction of the likes of Josh Matlow, Mshini as well coming through. You saw what happened when Mshini and Matlow were on the pitch, and together with Shabalala, the movement of the ball from the middle field was so swift and smooth and dynamic. It was, the ball was moving left and right, quick, and Kaizer Chiefs made more in that period from the 60th minute going forward. Kaizer Chiefs made more box entries than they did in the entire first half. We started seeing Chiefs making more box entries, and that's where we start getting chances to create shooting opportunities. There were goals that should have gone through. Pulemodi was unfortunate with that one where he hit the post. Could have easily been 2-0 there. There was the chance of Dupree when the goalkeeper had left his post. Chipezeze left the post, and what a embarrassing shot that we saw from Dupree. But we can forgive him. He got a goal, which is the reason why we're celebrating these 3 points. Anyway, we'll see what happens in the next one. I think it's difficult to assess and judge these Kaizer Chiefs right now, because 1 minute you're taking one step forward, and then the next minute you're taking 2 steps backwards. So it's very difficult. But when the win comes, let's celebrate the win and move forward. But the most important thing is that we need to stay in the top 8. We need to challenge for at least the top 3 positions there, so that we can see Kaizer Chiefs in the continental competitions. Otherwise, this has been Fans Corner. Guys, thank you so much for the love you've been showing us on YouTube so far. Also, check us on our socials, TikTok, your Facebook as well. Check our videos, check our comments, check our posts there as well, and also follow us and like our content. Otherwise, we meet again in the next one. This has been Fans Corner.